I touched his hand, tender and shaking, as I'd done 100 times prior. Yet this time it wasn't love that stirred within me. It was the final strand of tolerance I'd allowed him to cling onto. As I exited the hospital room, my heart constricted, each step deliberate. The hallway seemed interminable, its sterile scent gnawing at my senses. Then I passed them, two nurses conversing near the break room. "She's still unaware, isn't she?" one murmured. "No, and if she discovers it, we're through." My feet came to a halt, my heart sank. The room he had occupied was sealed. My insides knotted, betrayal tainting my taste buds. I should have yelled, I should have turned back. But instead, I continued, composed on the surface, seething within. I recall our first encounter. He embodied everything: warm laughter, guardian hands, eyes that suggested home. I believed I'd found eternity. We constructed a life, piece by piece, weekends at the lake, peaceful Sunday mornings, shared dreams in the night. I handed him my most vulnerable self. Somehow he managed to insert a dagger into the bond of trust. The signs were initially faint: a forgotten call, secret business trips that weren't real, hidden messages swiftly concealed with his thumb. I recognized the transformation, yet chose to ignore it, choosing belief over suspicion. However, the evening I stumbled upon a message on his phone, stark and indisputable, my world crumbled systematically. She was present in every place he had sworn was only mine. My fury remained tight-knit but never loosened its grip. I didn't yell or wept. Instead, I gathered proof, documented each falsehood, traced his steps. I monitored him, learning the outline of his deception like a hunter studies its quarry. I started to strategize, not impulsively but methodically. Each action was tactical. First, securing our finances, hidden accounts, credit adjustments, investments, all transferred securely into my control. I knew how to make him suffer in the places it would hurt the most. Subsequently, the social facade. Gradually, softly, I unveiled the truth subtly, through indirect hints and thoughtful queries. Doubts whispered, questions asked. By the time he realized, the basis of his world was already disintegrating. I waited patiently. Revenge isn't about haste, it's about timing. Afterwards came the hospital visit. His overconfidence had always been his downfall. He never suspected that I would be the last person in the world to employ strategy. I walked the corridors, my face impassive, as the whispers struck me like knives. The nurses, unaware informants, validated my deepest fear and provided me with a potent tool of manipulation. I mentally noted everything: the locked door, their anxious looks, the subtle admission, and I bided my time. The execution was meticulous. I didn't shout, I didn't weep, I let him speak. Every word he uttered, every justification, every charm, I allowed it to linger in the air like spider webs in a dark room. I discarded the proof, a dossier consisting of dates, receipts, messages, photographs, which I presented to those whose opinion mattered significantly. He attempted to refute it, spluttering, chuckling nervously. By the time the room descended into turmoil, the individuals he had confided in were already distancing themselves, and his web of lies began to disintegrate around him. I observed as he acknowledged being outsmarted. He couldn't purchase loyalty, couldn't coax forgiveness. His deceptive domain crumbled, silently but utterly, and I remained composed, watching the man who once captivated my heart dissolve under the weight of his own arrogance. That silence was my victory. Now, standing outside the sealed room, I inhale deeply. I allow the recollections of love and betrayal to flood me, sharp and purifying. I feel no compassion, no regret, only the unwavering beat of one who has regained power. I offer a faint smile. Justice isn't always boisterous. Sometimes it's precise, sometimes it's a hushed voice in the hallway. Moving forward, my chin held aloft, the act of treachery fades away, like a shuttered room's door, while within the hushed sanctuary of the hospital, he comes to understand belatedly that the woman he underestimated was never weak. Indeed, it is I who possess strength.